3 inches fell overnight, and we expect more as this game wears on. Should be interesting here at MetLife Stadium, just outside of New York City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Luck now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll send the tight end in motion. A first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Johnson running right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Michael. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Michael, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to let this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Off of play action, Luck. And he slings one that's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. Third down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Flushed out right. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Luck connecting with Moncrief for the Indianapolis first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They snap it to Smith. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. After the run, Smith going to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. 8 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Jet first down.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make this a second down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's some...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And now running right through it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Smith on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Dorsett. And just shutting him off there. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 20. Yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. And he lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They go to Johnson again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Drake trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They run the counter now on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. Fielded about a yard deep.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And the Colts coming out now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Love. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And look out. I think he's going to go. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Janikowski on for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
They go play action here on first down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Johnson on the counter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, it's Love. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Johnson running left. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They go play action now. Osweiler can't find anyone, and down he goes. goes. Osweiler sacked. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, Locke looking deep for Hilton. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route. Trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Play action. It's Kelly. And he's got his man Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now a hit and a loose football. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go!
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 14. This time Osweiler will throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Osweiler. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. To throw is Osweiler. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One last shot for Osweiler. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Indianapolis, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew.